mountain and skipping school, that's truancy about it. I made me see.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here you go.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. 47. Here we go.
On second down, Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Detroit!
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second and 9 now from the 21. On second down, here's Rosen. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. He dumps it off to Barkley. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. Here comes Cobb. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A little juke, and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Got him in, complete. This is Richard Rodgers. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Prescott now on second down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
A second down throw for Prescott. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments. And
all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Rosas good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Rosas now to kick this one away. Here comes Cobb. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. So as they take it over, we step aside. And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott now from the 50. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
4 down, check, 4 down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. It's caught. Shepard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Lucky 56.
Play action here with Rosen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 down, check. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. And Ingram holds it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is up to 18 now. Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Flush to his right. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. Flushed out right. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On 1st and 10, Prescott escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Prescott. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. 46.
Prescott to throw on fourth, eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Giants are going to get the football back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Rosen on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this time out.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. He completes it to Tate. And he's got this down to the 35. And give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Caught right side, Tate. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Rosen to throw on 3rd down to Barkley on the check down. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Lucky 56. Detroit!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Rosas now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. but it does get away and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Final play of the half. Prescott going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now Rosen out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. Here comes Cobb. Twisting away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Prescott now on second down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Flushed out right. And he'll work mark it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. The Cowboys on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kamale Correa able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And that is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Prescott, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
4th down, Prescott. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth. 3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. He dumps it off to Barkley. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 84 yards. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Here comes Cobb. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Prescott now, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Steps away to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play, because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Prescott, flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Golden in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Well, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. New York set to take the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on first. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does. And we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 73 yards. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. And he's able to put it through. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Prescott on first down. Rolling to his right. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dalvin Tomlinson. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Marcus Golden in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go. 46. Here we go, 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And pressure gets to him again. Marcus Golden in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense now with a short field ahead. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. You got 4. Leopard! Leopard!
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talk about his training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
He'll get it up the middle, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A second down throw for Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Now Prescott eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play here for the Cowboys. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Kareem Martin, past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
A handoff to Barkley. A pretty nice gain there on the run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the agile move. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On second down, here's Barkley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup.